everyone and welcome to day 23 of Vlogmas. My name is Kath and I'm the Mindful Melbourne Maker. Thank you for watching my channel and my Vlogmas videos. It is Monday, Monday, December 23rd and it's Christmas Eve. I think I said that yesterday. Honestly, when you get this close to Christmas, it all gets to be a bit of a blur really. But it's a lovely day here in Melbourne, very unsummer-like. It's a top of 18 degrees Celsius, which is beautiful. I'm loving it. It's not really summer weather, but it's beautiful, so I'm going to take it. I think we have a relatively cool day tomorrow, and Christmas Day is, I think, going to be pretty nice weather. And then Boxing Day is going to be 40 degrees. So I think we're all going to sit inside with the air conditioner on watching movies on Boxing Day, which will be a lot of fun. My family tends to watch, between Christmas and New Year, we tend to sit down and watch all the Harry Potters, and we watch all the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. So very much looking forward to watching all of those and getting lots of knitting in while I do that as well. So it's been a pretty busy morning. I was up very early this morning. It's the 23rd, so I went off to the butcher when it opened at 6 a.m. Got the meat for Christmas Day, so that's all sorted now, so I'm feeling very relieved. I also after that went to our supermarket and got all the sort of grocery stuff for Christmas Day, so that's all sorted. So I'm feeling a lot less stressed, a lot less anxious, because I have everything that I need now in terms of Christmas Day, and I can just sort of relax now. I've got work today, so I'll jump on in a second. I've got some meetings and things, but I do have a day off tomorrow on Christmas Eve, which is nice. I'll be able to relax. We are travelling down to see some family members in another part of Victoria tomorrow, so I'm not sure how much time I'll have to edit videos and things tomorrow, but I might talk about that a bit later. So let's jump into Advents, which I have opened this morning with my daughter. She was very excited to open them this morning, so I've already opened them, but I'll show you all the lovely yarny goodness now from all the Advents. So the first Advent is the Ash and Eve Yarnival of Yesteryear. And today's colourway for day 23 is Dodgems. And so we have day 23, came in that bag there. And we have the colour is this really, really pretty colour. It's really lovely. Yeah, that's better. It's a really lovely blue. So let's pop that on the ribbon. And this will be the second last mini. So there's only one more after this on all of them. Some of them have a main skein for day 25, but yeah, for most of these, this is the second last mini. So there we go. Those are the colours there. It's so pretty. And I've knit up to, I've taken day 6 off from this end, so I'm up to day 6 on my Find Your Fade. So really getting into that knit, which is really fun. I'm really enjoying it. Now I did have one more VIP pass that was in the box for this Advent, so if you're saving that, maybe look away. But we opened that this morning and it's this beautiful, really nifty little container. And what happens is you open it up, it's got little magnets, you open it up and you can pop in all your stitch markers and notions and other things, all the little there we go, all the little things open up, so it keeps all your stitch markers secure. You just close it up and you can pop that into your project bag or whatever you have. So that is fantastic. I love this. Very excited about that one. So the next Advent is Rainbows and Sprinkles, the Rainbow Sparkle Advent. So day 23 was in this bag here. And this is the colorway here. So it's pinks and purples and like a sort of aqua tealy green. It's very, very nice. So the end of this one, I have to say, so the colors kind of went in a little bit of a rainbow order, and then at the end it feels like it might be going into purple again maybe, but it's a little bit more random on this end. So I think with the Sweet Shop blanket, I think this will be really great because I can actually mix all the colors up. I don't need to keep it in rainbow order, and it's just going to look amazing. So I think that's definitely what I'm going to be making with this one. And then what order do I do these things? Hodgepodge Skeins. Okay, we've got the Hodgepodge Skeins Gemstones Advent, day 23, which is Tiger's Eye. And thank you to all those people that told me how to say agate in yesterday's video. That was very helpful. But today I can pronounce that, and I've heard of it, which is good. And it's this absolutely beautiful color. It's a sort of dark golden brown and orange, and it's absolutely beautiful. Really, really lovely. So this Advent is just taking my breath away. It has my heart. It is absolutely gorgeous. Here we go. It's looking so, so good. So that's the color there. Beautiful. So that's that one. My Creative Garage, the Flowers Advent. So day 23 is Agapanthus, that one there, and the color is this blues and purples with the sparkle. I think that's probably more accurate color. Really, really pretty. Let's pop it on the string. Here we go. Oh. Beautiful. It's really lovely, and this one's just so squishy and plump. The yarn is absolutely delightful. What's next? Love and Speckles, Tarina Knits. So the we're in the pinks at the moment. So this is the pink for today. That's about the right color. Really, really lovely, beautiful, rosy, peachy pink. It's really, really pretty. Let's pop that one on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here we go. Looking forward to sitting down with all of these, with the colours, and really making some final decisions about projects for some of these. So that's the colour there. Oh, it's so lovely. It's very, very light and pretty and delicate. And the last Yarny Advent is the Louie and Lola Easy Like Sunday Morning, day 23. And today's colour is this one here, which, yeah, that's coming up really pretty. This really, really lovely sort of light brown, but sort of a pinky brown, sort of a pink sand colour. It's really, really nice. Again, with this one, when I do make something, I don't know whether I'll keep it in this order or whether I'll switch it up a bit, but it is very, very nice. There we go. Lovely. Really, really nice. Magical Terrarium. So we did have one today. So December 23, that was the little 1121 Windmills. That was the day for today. And it was Cauldron's Curse. Cauldron's Curse. And day 23 is a cauldron themed yarn cutter. So I might take it out of the plastic so that we can see it properly. Ooh, here we go. So it's this little cauldron with beautiful etching on it, and there's a little blade just down here that you use to cut the yarn so that you don't have to carry scissors around. So it's such a great idea, and it's absolutely beautifully made. So very much looking forward to using that. Oops, pop back in there. And the last Advent for today, on the second last day of Advents, is my T2, and it is this one, which is Pumping Pomegranate, which is actually really, really nice if you brew it and then you pop it in the fridge and leave it to get ice cold. It's really, really nice. Herbal tisane. So that's great. So that's all the Advents for today. I need to log on to work and do a few things for my work day, and I might pop on a little bit later. There is one last Advent project that I want to show you, a way to use Advents on patterns that maybe aren't designed for Advents, but how you can go about doing that. So I'll check in a bit later. I hope you're having a lovely day.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake.
Hey everyone, checking back in after a few meetings at work. It's time for lunch. I'm very hungry, so before I grab something to eat, I thought I'd show you one of my Advent shawls that I knit up from using an Advent from last year. And the pattern I chose was not a pattern designed to use in Advent, but I Adventified it. And it's a really easy thing to do, and I wanted to show you the finished object, the finished project, and I wanted to just talk through how I did that, because it's something that you can do as well. You don't have to knit projects that are written specifically for Advents. You can use your Advents or just scraps and mini skeins for any project. So let me show you. This is the Glittering Snowscape Shawl by Stephen West of West Knits, and this was last year's Hyber Knit Along shawl. So this is the Hyber Knit Along is the one that he does every year, that where he releases a bunch of patterns, and you cast on the Hyber Knit Along shawl on December 26th, and you get to see what the pattern is. It's not a mystery, it's just a knit along, but this was the knit along from last year, and this is the Glittering Snowscape Shawl, and it is a beautiful semicircular, absolutely huge shawl with lots of texture, lots of interest, lots of sections, and this beautiful border of all these different sections on the border with lots of eyelet rows. I absolutely loved knitting this up, and I actually knitted up using an Advent from last year. So this was the Fibersmith Advent from 2023, and it was their watercolor sock base. And the Advent that I got was the cool themed, so it was all blues and greys and greens and teals, and it was absolutely perfect for this shawl. And so when I saw the shawl, I looked up the total amount of yarn that the shawl needed, and I knew that my Advent would more than cover the total amount of yardage or meterage needed for the shawl. And so I had a look at the test knits, because there's lots of sections in this, and I thought doing each section in a different color might be a good way to kind of break it up. So what I did is I went on to Ravelry and I looked at some of the test knitters, and the great thing about Stephen West is he always runs really good test knits. His test knitters always put lots of detail into their projects. Generally, one or two of them will weigh their yarn for every single section. And so you can actually see in a shawl like this, where there's lots and lots of different sections, there'll generally be people on Ravelry who have weighed and have measurements for how many grams each section used. And you can use that to work out how you might split up your Advent and knit a shawl like this with your Advent. The other good thing about this particular project is that one of the test knitters, or one of the people that have knit it in Ravelry, actually used an Advent. So they broke it down as per, you know, how they use the Advent. I've got all of the details on my Ravelry project page for both my project, how I split up the yarn, how I did everything, but I also linked to another Ravelry page, which was one of the test knitters, where they have all of the grams of each section. So that's really, really helpful as well. But it's a really easy way to Adventify any kind of pattern. You can do it with sweaters or jumpers, you can do it with cardigans, you can do it with blankets, you can do it with whatever you like, and just work out a way to use all of your yarn. And this was an absolutely fantastic project to do that with, because it used up just this absolutely beautiful yarn, a lot of it, but in a way that I felt comfortable and not like I was going to run out of yarn at any point. The only thing I would suggest, and I've made this note on my project page, is I think I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors in the border. I would use 6 in future, because I did run out of one of those colors. Luckily, Leslie at Fabersmith had some more of that color and I could use it. But if you just use 6 minis for the border rather than 5, you'd be absolutely fine. But other than that, it was such a great Advent project, and I'd highly recommend looking at patterns for using your Advent that aren't just Advent patterns, that are any kind of patterns that you can Adventify. I have a bundle of patterns that I've linked the bundle below, of patterns that I've found on Ravelry that are either Advent patterns, or they're patterns that I think you could do this with. You could, you know, divide the yarn and knit it up, and I think that would be really good. So go check them out and see. I'd love to see what you're knitting up and whether you're Adventifying any of your patterns this year. I hope you're having a really good day. My day, I have to finish work and then there's a few things I have to make some things in terms of desserts and things for Christmas Day. So there's a little bit of work that I'm going to be doing tonight, but it's all going to be pretty low key. My daughter is actually sleeping over at her grandparents' house tonight, and then we're going to go and see them tomorrow. So it's going to be a pretty quiet night. There's not going to be much happening. So this might be the last time I check in for today. In terms of a video tomorrow, there will be a day 24 video, but it may not be out tomorrow because I may just not get a chance to edit it tomorrow. So it might be a video that is maybe a final wrap-up video that gets footage from day 24, but also maybe a little bit of Christmas Day stuff as well, and then I pop that up on Boxing Day maybe. We'll plan for that, and we'll see. That way I'm not I'm managing expectations, both of myself but also of you. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.
Last year I thought about how things can come can come home too. Yes, I am on my way.